people should be able to save at least a few $100s every year just by using the right credit card.
Rewards credit cards are offered by banks for a wide range of spending categories, ranging from travel expenses such as flights, hotels, and rental cars, to everyday purchases such as groceries, dining, e-commerce, and warehouse clubs. As credit cards offer numerous benefits and cash seems outdated in today's digital economy, it is common to look at traditional cash as an obsolete payment method. This is because, unlike credit cards, cash does not offer any rewards or benefits. Although it is generally accurate to say that traditional cash is outdated in the age of cryptocurrency, there are still a few instances where it is more advantageous to use physical cash to finalize transactions. However, these cases are mostly limited to services rather than products, where cash tends to benefit the buyer. In this video, we will explore some of the few remaining areas where using cash as a medium of exchange is recommended or else risk paying a higher price. Number 1. College tuition. When you want to pay for college, you might think that using a credit card is a great way to earn rewards, but it might not be the best choice. Most colleges and universities accept credit cards, but they usually charge a fee of 2% to 3%. This means that if you pay a $10,000 tuition bill with a credit card, you could end up paying an extra $250. This could cancel out any rewards you might earn from using the credit card. Even if you have a credit card that offers cash back, like the Citi Double Cash, you would only get 2% back. So, it might not be worth it to use a credit card to pay for college. It is better to use cash, a traditional payment method, to avoid these extra fees. You should also think about how much money you owe and the interest rates on your credit card. Using a credit card to pay for college could mean that you have to pay a lot of interest in the long run. Paying for college with a credit card might seem like a good way to earn rewards, but it could end up costing you more in fees and interests. It's better to use a different payment method to avoid these extra costs.
I would say, avoid credit cards. Just forget about them. We're in various businesses that issue credit cards. The American public loves credit cards. But if you start revolving debt on credit cards, you're going to be paying 18 or 20%.
Number 2. The doctor's office. In the past, some states had laws that made it illegal for merchants to charge extra fees to customers who paid with credit cards. However, many of these laws no longer exist, which has led to more merchants charging extra fees for credit card payments. These fees, called credit card surcharges, can be as high as 4%. Merchants use these surcharges to cover the fees they have to pay to credit card companies for each transaction. Small businesses were quick to start charging credit card surcharges as soon as it became legal in their states. They often advertise these surcharges as cash discounts, which can be confusing for customers. This is because they make it sound like customers will save money if they pay with cash, when in reality, they will just avoid the extra fee if they pay with cash. The healthcare industry has been slower to adopt credit card surcharges, but this is changing. New technology is making it easier for healthcare providers, like doctors and hospitals, to include the cost of using credit cards into their prices. This means that patients who pay with credit cards may now face extra fees to cover the cost of processing their transactions. It is important to be aware of credit card surcharges when you're making a purchase. Some merchants may charge extra fees for credit card payments, which could make your purchase more expensive.
Yeah, but our costs continue to rise as credit cards become more and more common for consumers to use when they're shopping and fees increase.
Before making a payment at the doctor's office, check if there are any extra fees associated with paying by credit card. This way, you can make an informed decision about how you want to pay. Number 3. Government offices. When making payments at government offices like the DMV, post office, or local court, using cash is usually cheaper than using a credit card. This is because these offices are allowed to pass on the cost of credit card processing to the consumer, resulting in additional fees for those who choose to pay with plastic. By using cash, consumers can avoid these extra charges and potentially save money. However, using cash has its own drawbacks. Cash can be lost or stolen, which can be a risk when carrying large amounts of money. Additionally, it may be inconvenient to carry cash around, especially for large transactions. Paying with cash also does not offer the same benefits as paying with a credit card, such as rewards points or cashback. Ultimately, the decision to pay with cash or credit should be based on your personal preference and the specific circumstances of the transaction.
Some banks give you from 1 to 4% of cash back while using the credit card to purchase anything.
If the transaction is small and carrying cash is convenient, it may be better to use cash to avoid credit card surcharges. However, for larger transactions, using cash may not be practical. Using a credit card may be the better option, despite the potential surcharges. It is important to consider the costs and benefits of each payment method before making a decision. Number 4, the gas station. The gas station is a unique type of business that usually sells only one product, gasoline. Because of this, they are able to offer two different prices, one for cash purchases and another for credit card purchases. This difference in price can be confusing for customers who may not know about the cash discount or the extra fees associated with paying with the credit card. Before 2013, gas stations would typically offer a discount for cash payments instead of charging extra for credit card purchases. However, since Visa and MasterCard allowed merchants to charge extra fees for paying with the credit card, most gas stations switched to offering two separate prices. This pricing strategy can be inconvenient for customers who do not carry cash and are forced to pay the higher credit card price. However, many customers still prefer to pay with the credit card because of the convenience and potential rewards offered by their credit card issuer. As a result, gas stations continue to offer two prices to accommodate both cash and credit card customers. It is important to be aware of these price differences when you're buying gas. Make sure you know which price applies to your payment method and decide whether the potential rewards of using a credit card outweigh the extra cost. If you prefer to pay with cash, make sure you have enough on hand to cover the cost of your gas. Number 5, the Internal Revenue Service, IRS. When tax season arrives, it is essential to pay what you owe to the IRS. One way to do this is through direct ACH payments from your checking account, which is the most cost-effective method. Paying with credit or debit cards will cost you more money, and it is always best to avoid additional costs if possible. However, if you choose to pay your taxes with a card, it's good to know that the IRS has 3 payment processors with different pricing structures. These payment processors are ACI Payments, Paid in 40, and PayUS8X. ACI Payments charges $2.20 for debit card transactions and a minimum fee of $2.50 with a 1.98% charge for credit card payments. Paid in 40 charges $2.50 or 1.87% for debit card transactions, depending on the type of card used, and a minimum fee of $2.50. For credit card payments, Paid in 40 charges a 1.87% fee with a minimum fee of $2.50. PayUS8X charges $2.55 for debit card transactions and a 1.96% fee with a minimum fee of $2.69 for credit card payments.
My general advice to people, I mean, we have an interest in credit cards, but people, I think people should avoid using credit cards as a piggy bank to be raided.
It is always wise to consider the costs associated with paying your taxes with a credit or debit card before deciding on a payment method. However, when it comes to taxes, it's essential to pay what you owe to avoid penalties and interest charges. While credit cards offer a lot of convenience and rewards, there are still some situations where it's better to stick with good old-fashioned cash. Whether it's paying for college tuition or visiting government offices, using cash can save you money on surcharges and fees. Of course, there are some drawbacks to using cash, so it's important to consider your personal preferences and the specific circumstances of each transaction before making a decision. If you found this video helpful and informative, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more helpful tips and information on personal finance. See you in the next one.